Yehoshua, chapter 19. The second lot came out for Shimon, for the tribe of the descendants of Shimon according to their families. Their inheritance was inside the inheritance of the descendants of Yehuda. For their inheritance they had Beersheba, Shiva, Molada, Hatzar Shual, Bala, Etzem, El Tolad, Batul, Horma, Ziklag, Beet Markavot, Hatzar Susa, Beet Levaot, and Sharuchen, 13 cities together with their villages. Ayin, Rimon, Iter, and Ashan, 4 cities together with their villages, and all the villages surrounding these cities, as far as Baalat, Beir, Ramah of the Negev. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the descendants of Shimon according to their families. The inheritance of the descendants of Shimon was taken out of the allotment for the descendants of Yehuda, because the portion given to the descendants of Yehuda was too much for them, so the descendants of Shimon had an inheritance inside the descendants of Yehuda. The third lot came up for the descendants of Zebulun, according to their families. The border of their inheritance began at Sarid. Then their border went up westward to Maralah, extended to Debashet, and on to the Vadi, fronting Yokneam. Also from Sarid it turned toward the sunrise to the east to the border of Kislot Tavor, went on to Dovrat and up to Yafia. From there it passed eastward to Gat Hefer, on to Et Katzin, went out at Rimon and reached to Nia. Then the border turned on the north side to Hanaton, ending in the Yiftachel valley. Also Katat, Nahalal, Shimron, Yidalah, and Beit Lechem, 12 cities together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the descendants of Zebulun, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The fourth lot came out for Yissachar, for the descendants of Yissachar according to their families. Their territory included Yisrael, Kasulot, Shunem, Hapharaim, Shion, Anacharat, Rabit, Kishion, Evetz, Remet, Ian Ganim, Ian Hadah, and Beet Patzetz. Their territory extended to Tavor, Shachat Sima, and Beet Shemesh, and their territory ended at the Yarden, 16 cities together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the descendants of the tribe of the descendants of Yissachar, according to their families, the cities with their villages. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of the descendants of Asher, according to their families. Their territory included Helkat, Hali, Beten, Akshaf, Ala-Melech, Amad, and Mishal. It extended to the Carmel on the west and to Shihor Livnat. The border turned eastward to Beit Dagon, reached to Zebulun and the Yiftachel valley on its north. Then Beit Emek and Neiel went out to the Kavol on the left. Then Evron, Rechov, Hamon, Kana, and on to greater Sidon. The border turned toward Ramah and the fortified city of Tzor. Next to the border turned to Hosa, and it ended at the sea from Havel to Akziv. Also included were Uma, Aphek, and Rehov, 20 cities together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the descendants of Asher, according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out for the descendants of Naphtali, according to their families. Their border went from Heleph, and the oak in Za'ananim included Adami Nekev and Yavniel, went on to Lakum and ended at the Yarden. Westward the border turned to Aznot Tavor and went out from there to Hukok, reaching to Zebulun on the south, Asher on the west, and Yehuda at the Yarden toward the east. The fortified cities were Tzidim, Tzer, Hamat, Rakat, Kinneret, Adama, Ramah, Hatzor, Kadesh, Idri'i, Ian Hatzor, Yiron, Migdal El, Horem, Beit Anat, and Beit Shemesh, 19 cities together with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the descendants of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities with their villages. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of the descendants of Dan, according to their families. The territory of their inheritance included Tzorah, Eshtaol, Ir Shemesh, Sha'alabin, Ayalon, Yitla, Ialon, Timnah, Ekron, Eltkeh, Gibton, Baalat, Yahud, Bnei Barak, Gat Rimon, Yarkon Springs, and Rakon, with the border fronting Yapho. The territory of the descendants of Dan was too small for them, so the descendants of Dan went up and fought against Leshem, captured it, defeated it by the sword, took possession of it, and lived there, calling Leshem Dan, after Dan their ancestor. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the descendants of Dan, according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they had finished distributing the land for inheritance according to its borders, the people of Israel gave an inheritance within their territory to Yehoshua the son of Nun. According to Adonai's order, they gave him the city he had asked for, Timnath Serach, in the hills of Ephraim. So he built up the city and lived in it. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the Kohen, Yehoshua the son of Nun, and the leaders of the ancestral clans of the tribes of the people of Israel distributed for inheritance by lot in Shiloh, before Adonai at the door of the tent of meeting. Thus they finished dividing up the land. End of Joshua, Yehoshua chapter 19.